Now is it all right now?
Hi friends, welcome to my show Learning from the Life Experiences. And today we have a great personality. Today we have a person whom we all regard, whom we all respect, a person from armed forces. And as we all know that civilians have highest regard for the armed forces personals because they are the ones who are protecting our country. They are the ones who are serving the nation. They are the ones who are always ready to sacrifice even their lives. As we know that life is very precious, but they are the ones who are always ready to sacrifice their lives to defend their country. So let's welcome Mr. Aditya Singhal ji. Mr. Aditya Singhal ji, thank you very much for joining us. How are you?
Thank you. I'm very good, ma'am. How are you?
I'm also good. Mr. Aditya Singhal ji, you have worked for 33 years in armed forces and you were on the rank of colonel and then you superannuated and then now you have taken up the responsibility of guiding the young generation, giving them the advices how to choose the correct careers and how to be positive in their lives. May I ask that who has inspired you for such transformation? And whether going into the armed forces were your personal choice or whether it was forced by the parents or there was any peer pressure that you have joined first in armed forces and then now you have taken up the other role.
Ma'am, as far as joining the armed forces is concerned, it was my own choice. There were two members in my family. One of my uncles was in the Air Force. He joined as an airman and rose to the rank of wing commander. And I also had another maternal uncle who was in the Navy. He was a commander that time. And one of my very close school classmate, he joined the army immediately after we finished our graduation. So these guys, like that time, there were no career counseling, no career guidance. So the only professions which were considered good were either you become a doctor or an engineer, and if not that, the third choice used to be to prepare for administrative services. So I did not have that, I would say, inclination or the capability or talent to go into those fields. And I did my graduation in commerce, so another option was to do chartered accountancy. And that time it was very tough to enter that field, and you had to study a lot. And so I thought I did not have that inclination of studying too much, and I was an average student. So I got motivated to prepare and join the armed forces. And these three persons in my life, they were the main motivating factor, especially my Mosaji, who was in the Navy, and my friend who was in the army. So that is how I got into this noble profession. However,
it means before joining army, you were already serving. You were already serving somewhere else in some other organization.
So the moment I finished my graduation, then they were what to do next. So since my father has a financial background, so he told me to do chartered accountancy, but I somehow felt that it'll be too much for me. So I did a computer course in programming and basic from NIT New Delhi. And computer programming was that time a very nascent stage. And so I did a course. Then I started working with a private company in Jaipur. And Jaipur is the place from where I belong to. And I did my schooling and college from there. So there I worked with that company called Concord Computer Consultant. It was run by IIT graduates. And it was there for almost about a year. I was without pay. And so, of course, at that time, like everybody goes through the phases. You want to go out and become independent. So I joined another company in Chandigarh, Regional Computer Center, and that is how that was a good work experience and field, which that time it was very different kind of environment.
So
Side
by
by
the
side,
grace of Almighty, you got your dream job, like your dream position, or I can say dream area. And that
yes,
was area of interest. That was entering into the armed forces. So now,
yes.
please tell me, as I have already said, that we have high regards for the armed forces personals, how the life in armed forces is different than the life of a civilian.
Ma'am, the biggest difference between the life of a armed forces personnel and a civilian is that we live a very disciplined life. We have a very regimental life wherein we follow a fixed schedule and value of time is very important for us. Like right from the day we got commissioned, we were told that whatever time is given to you for any meeting or any event or any occasion, you have to be there 15 minutes before the given time. So in order to be present in time, what I did was I kept my watch 5 minutes faster.
Yes.
That was one of the that was my way of ensuring that I reach everywhere in time, and we ensured that wherever you have required to be present, you be there 15 minutes before the given time. That was one of the main thing, that is like importance of time. And of course, in the unit I joined, I am from the Armored Corps. My regiment was 68 Armored Regiment. So in the unit, it is like your own family. You're away from your parents, you're away from your near and dear ones. So that itself becomes your family, and it is a big bonding for you, which I found outside in the civilian field, wherever people are working, whether it is a government job or a private job. That kind of bonding is not there. There's no interaction after your work. Whereas in armed forces, rather, we are interacting with each other 24 hours a day,
So
both
lovely. Yes.
during the job and the job also.
So the life
Yeah.
is life is quite social and then charming. Then you have a strong bond, and that is the charm why the people are joining army, thinking, although they think that they may lose their life or they may sacrifice their life, but still there is a charm in joining that. Now, during your tenure of 33 years, have you ever been in the in the front in the field? Have you ever been?
Yes, ma'am. There have been a number of occasions. I served on the in the J&K sector way back in 1992. I was a post commander in Kargil when people had not even heard about it. And after 99, Kargil became world famous. And then I also served in the valley. And it is the life there. Those days was very tough, very tough. And so we were cut off from the rest of the world for almost 6 months in a year. And otherwise, normally also everything was, you know, uh, everything used to come to you very late.
So what was your mental status at that time? Like your psychology, what thoughts going on in the mind when you are cut off from the world, you are on the war front, and that what is going on in the mind and in your heart at that time, at particular time?
Those times when I was a post commander, so I had a fixed routine. Every day in the morning, I will get up, get ready, go out, go around all the bunkers, meet each and every Jawan under me, interact with them, then also observe across their sea what all is happening. And plus, we used to, those days there was no internet, no TV, nothing. I had a small transistor And on that also, on shortwave, one used to get BBC, or another thing was Binaka Geet Mala. That was a very, very popular program those days. And of course, the our own All India Radio. These were the three main. This was the main thing which used to keep you entertained or believe connected with the world. Even the newspaper used to come to us after 1 week, so we were not really aware about what is happening outside. And the thing is, we used to exercise, physical exercise, training for operations, and also playing games in the evening, afternoon. So this is how we used to keep occupied, and also lots of reading, lots of reading. So that is how, like, we in the army, we also have to undergo a number of examination for each rank. So you had to study a lot, and
Yes,
so that
that's
was
really
another
very,
thing.
very inspiring thing that you have to read a lot during your service journey. And now I have seen in the movies like those type of things, chitti aati hai, like the people when they miss their families. So how you used to feel when you miss your family and your children?
I remember, like, the other day I was cleaning up my box, and I came across a big packet of letters which I used to when I was posted there in
Mhm.
the LC. So every day I used to write a letter to my parents, my wife, my friend, and it was a routine. So that also used to keep you occupied. Like, I have seen letters of almost 10 pages, even 10 pages, and now we are just reduced to uh, emoticons on WhatsApp. That is how we communicate these
Yes.
days. But the letter writing was a very, very
But I'm
important.
sure those letters are a treasure for us. We must read those letters because I can understand that what the thoughts going on in your mind at that time when you were away from the family, cut off from the world, and
Yes.
you are serving for the nation. This is the highest virtue that if a person serves our nation, that's really great. And I salute. That is the reason why I salute all the armed forces personals for their sacrifices, for their contributions. So now Mr. Aditya is back. And Mr. Aditya, with the title of Colonel, Colonel Aditya Singhal is among us. And you have taken a new role. So
Yes.
how do you think yourself in that new role? What exactly is the role, and how you are going to perform that role, the new role?
Ma'am, like, I was very clear about two things before that. First was, I'm not going to join a 9 to 5 job, because at my age, getting that job is also difficult, and my aspirations are much different, or the requirement are different from a youngster who just come out from college. And so yeah, I do have the energy, I do have the inclination also, but the organization which I joined may not be able to find us suitable for that kind of a thing. So I thought better would be to get into the field of coaching and mentoring and guiding the young boys and girls. And with this, another reason why I chose this field was because I served in the National Cadet Corps for 2 years, and there we were training young boys and girls from schools and colleges, and we were involved in giving them overall training to improve their personality development, leadership skills, and some of the social skills also. Like, we used to make them do a lot of social activities, the current issues which are facing our nation. So it was a very, very interesting thing. And when we saw our cadets doing well in the national level competitions and winning lotteries for themselves, their schools, it gave you a lot of satisfaction. In fact, I'm still in touch with all my cadets who were there with me. I served 2 years in Gujarat, 2 years in Karnataka. So those 4 years, I would say, were the best part of my life, wherein I already got feel of how the civilian world works, and especially in the field of education. So that motivated me to take on this as my future endeavor or career.
So thank you very much, Mr. Aditya Singhal ji. It was very nice listening to your story, although it was very brief and very short. And I wish that sometimes we'll get enough time to listen more about you, about your story of bravery, about story of courage, and then about your new role and everything. But right now, I just thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for joining me. And it was really lovely to talk to you. And
Thank you, Doctor.
thank you. Take special care of yourself. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Dr. Haleema, and wish you all the very best. And we look forward to interact in future also. Thank
Yes,
you very much.
sure. We'll be in touch. And my dear friends, just now you have seen that how Colonel Ankur Singhal ji, Aditya Singhal ji was narrating his life story with full passion, zeal, enthusiasm. We can sense the sense of pride in his way of communication when he was telling his story, his real story of life. And he is full of experiences, he is full of passion, he is full of ideas, and he wants to transfer these ideas to the young generation. So whosoever wants to contact Aditya Singhal ji, you please write in the comment box. And he is an asset for us, and our young generation is going to be certainly benefited by his golden words and by his life experiences. So that's all for today. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.